Imagine getting paid just for sharing your thoughts on products and services you use every day. With Survey Junkie, it's that simple. Click on the link in the video description to discover how you can start earning today by taking surveys.
Wes Streeting and me. We go back a long way. We go back nearly 15 years, me and Wes, so we do. We have never met, nor spoken on the telephone, exchanged an electronic communication nor a single word or glance. Yet still here we are trapped as one, a pesky fly on a spiral of glue paper, twisting together in the wind. I like to think that this says more about him than it does about me, but you must make up your own mind. I'm not here to persuade anyone to vote either way, to side with me or plumb for Wes, right, politically or morally. I gave up on all that years ago. What I have learned is that people are going to think what they want to think. They are going to follow their belief systems and coddle their own prejudices until they reach the assumptions they find most comfortable, whether based in truth or not. Yet for Wes and me, our shared past is used as a weapon against both of us, by those who wish to cause either of us harm or mischief. And as the election gets closer and the ambitious Streeting star rises, it is getting worse and worse. The Jan-Wes unholy alliance crops up with increasing frequency on social media and in newspapers, flaring up in bitter little fires across the Great Divide. It has got to the stage where people often ask what I am going to do about Wes Streeting. Up until now, my answer has always been, absolutely nothing. However, silence isn't an option anymore. I'm going to have to address the fact the current Shadow Health Secretary once publicly insinuated he wanted to kill me. It happened after my column about pop star Stephen Gately was published in 2009 and wrongly interpreted by many as being homophobic. Infamously, it caused one of the first ever Twitter storms and became headline news on TV bulletins for days. Not that I am proud about any of that. The column was investigated by the Press Complaints Commission, by the Met Police and also, good God, by the Crown Prosecution Service, which examined every word and comma to see if any crime had been committed. The PCC did not find that the column was homophobic. The police and CPS both concluded there was no case to answer and, in my own defense, wasn't it unlikely that someone who had been a journalist for more than 20 years, who had publicly supported gay marriage and written thousands of articles free from even a whiff of homophobia, had suddenly, like the alien bursting out of John Hurt's chest, turned into a raging homophobe overnight? But Streeting thought he knew better. There would be nothing natural about Jan MOIR's death if I shoved the bigoted old bag under a train, he tweeted, managing to be viciously offensive, ageist and sexist in one sentence. Really, I doff my Glenda cap to him. None of we professionals, the old bag sorority as he might call us, would dare to go for the triple crown of outright odium in so few words. He was referring to my assertion back then that there was nothing natural about Gately's death. What I meant was the natural duration of the 33-year-old's life had been tragically shortened in a way that was shocking and out of the ordinary. Certainly, his death was unusual enough for a coroner to become involved, and reports had all pointed to enthusiastic consumption of drink and drugs. In my original, unedited column I had referred to the type of dangerous party drugs then popular in gay nightclubs and which were becoming a public health issue. Could they have been a factor? A coalition of male executives and lawyers, acting with the best of intentions, removed those paragraphs because they believed them to be in bad taste. I know. Cue explosion of the world's biggest ironiometer. This excision, which was genuinely meant to be compassionate, only succeeded in giving the column a different complexion. It made it easier to negatively misinterpret my words were you minded to do so, and plenty of people were, perhaps understandably so. It will always be a matter of regret to me that this innocent man's death became the subject of such fevered speculation, and that fault is entirely mine. Yet I still maintain that it was more homophobic to conclude I had been homophobic, and if you want to be outraged by that, be my guest. There is so much more I want to write and say about all these events, but this is neither the time nor the place. We're here for the West Side Story. Wes tweeted he wanted to push me under a train, and later under a bus, so you